What would you do if you were far away from your family and home, living alone in a foreign place to complete your university studies and build your future? And while staying in the university dormitory, sleeping peacefully and safely, without a care in your mind, you suddenly feel that something strange is with you. In the room, someone is there with you, though you cannot see anything. Yet you feel its burning breath on you, piercing through your body. You try to convince yourself that it's just your imagination, that what you're feeling is nothing more than a hallucination, a longing for your family and friends. Yes, it's an illusion, and you would never believe it. But wait. Can illusions really move things around the room? Can they lift the blanket off your body? We will find out in today's story. A true story that happened to a young man from Algeria named Adam during his stay in the university dormitory. Before we dive into the story, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to catch all the scary stories coming soon. I'm telling this story as it was told to me, because what happened to Adam still gives chills to anyone who hears it. Adam was the kind of person who loved being alone. He hated sharing his room with anyone, and always chose to stay by himself in the dormitory. He was used to solitude and felt more comfortable sleeping alone. One night after spending the evening with his friends, Adam returned to his room at the university dormitory feeling exhausted.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
He entered quietly, closed the door behind him, and prepared his bed. Without thinking too much, he lay down and pulled the blanket over his body, covering his face completely, as he always did before sleeping. Moments later, something felt wrong. An unnatural cold suddenly filled the room, as if the temperature had dropped all at once. Adam felt a deep chill run through his body. Before he could react, he felt the blanket being slowly pulled down from his head, very slowly. The blanket slid down until his face was exposed. His heart began to pound violently. There was no one else in the room. The cold grew stronger, heavier, almost suffocating. Confused and terrified, Adam pulled the blanket back over his face. His hands were shaking uncontrollably. He tried to calm himself, telling himself it was just his imagination, but then the blanket was ripped away violently in a single motion and thrown across the room. Adam jumped up in pure terror, his body trembling. His heart nearly stopped. Standing near the blanket was a woman. Her features were unclear, distorted, as if she didn't fully belong to this world. Her hair moved wildly in all directions, unnaturally, as if blown by an invisible force. Just looking at her filled Adam with a paralyzing fear. Then he heard it, a sound like the hissing of snakes. The woman stared directly at him with a gaze so terrifying that his legs almost gave out. Adam screamed at the top of his lungs and ran toward the door, trying desperately to escape. He tried to open it. The door was jammed. He kept pulling and pushing, his heart racing, whispering Bismillah and reciting whatever verses of the Quran he could remember. After what felt like an eternity, the door finally opened.
Somebody help me!
Adam, what happened?
There was someone in my room.
Everyone rushed toward him and found him standing outside his room, shaking uncontrollably, his face pale with terror. It took him a few moments before he could speak. When he finally did, his voice was broken, trembling, as he told his friend what he had seen inside the room. They tried to calm him down, recited verses from the Quran, and stayed with him until he slowly regained his breath. That night, Adam refused to go back into his room. He slept in his friend's room instead, leaving his own room locked behind him. No matter how much they tried to reassure him, he couldn't bring himself to step inside again. But what happened that night was only the beginning. In the days that followed, Adam began noticing strange things wherever he went. Red symbols, numbers, and unknown letters appeared on the ground along the paths he walked every day. Some looked like markings, others like ancient talismans. They were always there, silent, unsettling, and impossible to ignore. Adam didn't understand what they meant, but deep down, he knew something was terribly wrong. Fear consumed him. He began to wonder if his life was in danger. The woman never appeared again, but the symbols never stopped. Every road he took, every place he passed through, the markings followed him. Terrified and desperate for answers, Adam asked his close friend, who had read about such things before, what they could possibly mean. His friend warned him that such symbols were often believed to be signs of hidden treasures buried underground by jinn, used to lure humans into uncovering them. Adam was advised not to touch anything. Instead, he was told to seek help from a religious healer for ruqya. When Adam visited the sheikh, the truth was revealed. The healer told him that he had been affected by a jinn lover, a powerful Majusiya jinn who was trying to control him. She used fear and temptation, guiding him toward hidden treasures so she could gain complete influence over his life. The sheikh warned Adam that touching the symbols or accepting her gift would allow her to fully possess him. He instructed Adam to remain constant in prayer, to recite the Quran daily, and to remember Allah at all times. The sheikh performed ruqya on Adam, and from that day on, Adam committed himself completely. He prayed on time, recited the Quran regularly, and avoided every place where he had seen the symbols before. Slowly, everything began to fade. The symbols disappeared, the fear weakened, and the cold never returned. To this day, Adam has never seen the woman again. By the mercy and protection of Allah, he was finally free.